Bishop.
Here we go.
Welcome to Audio Carnage Podcast. Today we have a very special episode. Today we are officially doing the recycle from season 1. So Matt, y'all came on. Y'all are, I believe, episode 5 on the podcast. Now today y'all are currently episode 47.
Damn.
So thank you very much for coming back. Very much. I'm so excited to have y'all back. So when did this iteration of the Madro Reband actually form? I know that I already know, but go ahead.
Last week.
Monday.
All right, so go ahead. So go ahead and everybody go from my right and give a announcement to the viewers of what you do in the band and who you are.
I mean, I do a lot of things, but I play guitar.
Mostly crying.
Yeah, I play guitar and I
driving.
So who are you?
I'm Matt.
Oh, Matt who?
O'Ree.
Fucking brand yourself, bro.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, going. Continuing.
Joe.
Next.
I'm Erin O'Ree.
We're married.
I do all the things.
I'm Vince Gallagher. I'm pretty much a General Dog's buddy, the guy behind the scenes.
Tour manager.
Fuck yeah.
Carmine Diorio, I'm just along for the ride, man. Utility.
Fuck yeah. Gotta hit that shit.
Drummer.
Drummer.
Yeah, Rob Glick. Pretty much the same thing, except I don't hit anything.
So,
Not yet.
some of these questions, because Matt and Aaron have been on the podcast before, like, y'all probably answered this on the actual episodes before. Let's just do a quick run through so that way we can also have your bands. So, what would you say is your biggest top 3 influences are?
Band wise or?
Musically, like your biggest musical, like whatever you would. It could be solo acts or band wise, but
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure that's the same question he asked last time you asked.
no, yeah, y'all. Well, hey, I got more members.
I know.
I'm just wondering if my answer.
No, I meant his
His answer
question
to
to
James.
you was the same question that... Never mind.
Okay. So, well, my question back
Yes.
then was.
Well, okay, artist is a very wide term. So, like, it could be a band. Also, he might have taken a fucking hard term into fucking like dubstep all of a sudden. He's like, let me tell you about Tiesto.
I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed because you put the F word twice in one sentence, which means you must be from New Jersey.
Well,
Oh,
I don't know if that's just a Jersey thing.
Maybe
I gotta say, I'm from Texas.
Yeah.
That's the best compliment I can get from him.
I just think it's Joe D'Angelo rubbing off on you.
Well, he's rubbing off on something over there.
Oh!
I
Ayo!
think it's all the Playboy.
Yeah,
on that
man.
picture.
Alright,
I
so...
answer your question.
so-
Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, and
You gotta give Rory a shout out along the way
Rory,
there.
yeah.
Come on.
You gotta keep the Irish.
Aaron, what about you?
Yeah.
Me, it's Led Zeppelin, Aretha Franklin, Etta James, probably.
I'm looking at your wall here, and I'm a massive Beatles fan. Love Floyd, love Zeppelin, love Hendrix, love Miles Davis. So
Sinatra,
you've
Jackson,
got some Johnny Cash.
Stevie Ray.
That's a heroes of mine, and it's ever revolving.
Shit, when did these songs get wrote? Over the fucking pandemic? They're new, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, within
Yeah.
the last 2
And
years.
by the way, it's pronounced balls.
You're right. I said fuck multiple times. I gotta start embracing the
Fucking
jersey.
balls. Now you gotta get
You know,
that.
as a
Come on, we
jersey,
gotta
you-
get
you
the
gotta-
Brooklyn, we gotta
In
get
New
the
York,
Brooklyn
you got the
in
New
there.
York.
Yeah, you guys are from New York.
Joe, do I get the certified jersey stamp?
If you say balls,
Bulls. Yeah, bulls.
fucking balls.
Fucking
It's gonna
bulls.
be balls with a
I'm
W.
so happy. Like that actually means something to me. All right, so let's move forward. So we have our biggest influences. What got you into wanting to tour with bands and help it like do the fucking labor that
I
comes
just
with
love the music. I'm great friends with Matt. It's we've been friends.
Top
for
3 bands.
30 for me. Beatles definitely up there. I gotta think. Massive Rory Gallagher fan. There's I mean
Mattery band.
it's Mattery obviously.
All right, this question
this.
has the weight of
He
can't be
has a-
one you're
he
involved
has-
with.
He has a Mattery band tattoo.
Oh, look at that.
So I'm gonna say that's one of
You
your top
serious?
3.
That's definitely one
Do you
of the
really?
top 3.
Yeah, right here.
Okay,
I was wondering what that yin yang was.
so we can have it forward since you're involved with that. Technically, I don't allow answers that you're involved with. So what would be number 4? Mattery's number 3.
It's and I went what? Zeppelin, Beatles.
Mattery.
It's forever evolving. I mean it's like
Currently, come on, give me a number 4.
Django Reinhardt.
Boom. Oh, Django
Wow,
Reinhardt.
wow,
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like we were talking music the other night, and you want to get well-rounded. I mean, I'm all over the place.
This
I mean,
is all
from
about like
punk
what do you
to
like?
techno.
Oh, yeah.
It's mood-inducing, so it's like it depends on the moment.
So-
what I'm going to pull out of my album
Influences.
Wow, I mean,
This is musical
after the
influences,
Beatles, I
not
listened to,
instrument.
Dice.
Grand Funk Railroad, Zeppelin, Cream.
Great.
So okay,
I love-
here's a
Queen's
way.
good.
I love
Here's a
Grand
good
Funk
narrow
Railroad's awesome.
question.
Yeah, but they don't.
If you
get
had
that
to choose, this goes to everybody. If you had to choose a favorite Beatles album, what would you choose?
Okay.
Ooh, the
Abbey
moment-
Road.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think so.
Ooh, the
Great
moment
album.
started at Revolver, and then
Another great album.
They're all
I'm-
great in their own way.
Maybe the White Album.
maybe the White Album.
White
Yeah,
Album.
Rose.
That's hard. That's hard.
That's
All
really
right,
hard.
3 songs.
Wait.
Happiness is warm gun.
Polythene Pam.
I mean mine.
Beatles?
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, darling.
Get Back.
Ooh,
That moment I watched in a weekend.
that documentary.
I watched in a weekend that entire document. That moment
Yeah.
that Get Back started pouring and flowing out of McCartney in that 20 to 30 second
Watching
moment.
him play Let It Be
You know,
is
it
like,
was just
or
like
watching him be like,
amazing.
whisper words of I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna play.
Yeah.
Like, what would you say your favorite small venue is? Generally, this question is local venue, but since y'all are on a local band,
For
what would
us.
you say is like your favorite unknown, like if you're gonna play a fucking dirty ass dive bar or some shit like that, what's the place that you very much enjoy?
I like watching Matt play at the Saint
The Saints, yeah. That's in Asbury Park, New
in
Jersey.
Asbury Park.
The Blue Jay in Jacksonville.
Blue Jay in Jacksonville.
I don't remember.
I
Nightingales.
fucking love that.
The only
So many
difference
fucking
being it's like the
answers.
Blue Jay is
Joey
an
Mitchell
acoustic,
and Lamar.
it's a listening room, it's an acoustic
Yeah, it's
experience.
great.
There's a place called
But
the Delancey.
I like the balls to the
Delancey
walls,
Street.
tight
Pretty
room.
good.
I like
Which
it.
one?
I like
Oh, all right. So,
Delancey on Delancey
so
Street.
everybody
It's a
think about the
dive, but
answer.
it's a cool
So
place.
let's go through favorite answer. Wait, no, favorite answer.
Well, unfortunately, both of the places.
It's okay if they're dead.
CBGB's was one.
Oh, you
Played
played
Million Times,
CBGBs?
And then the Bottom Line was my other favorite.
Bottom Line was great. That
So
wasn't a
I
dive,
have to
dive.
do the follow up question. What band did you play there with?
Oh man, I'm 100 years old, so it was like.
Bro, I'm 32 years old. These are the kind of stories I'm
Joey
trying to pitch.
Miserable and the Worms.
Okay, so I played probably my favorite gig ever at CBGB's was a band called the Cavers that was based out of Australia, and then I played at the Bottom Line. I think probably we had a lot of fun with a band called Steve Keen. Yeah, I would say that was probably.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was
Steve Keen.
See, these are the kind of stories I'm looking for in this fucking podcast.
You know him?
That's on his last 2 records.
No way. You serious?
No way.
Yeah, same.
Singer-songwriter?
Is that another one of those things? Yeah, that might be another one of those things. Yeah. He played
Yeah.
like, the
Small
whole
world.
Bleecker Street thing forever.
Yeah. Really? I think that's him, because he's been recording at Short Fire in Long
6
Branch.
degrees of
This is like
separation.
that.
Which we were just there 3 weeks ago. Or 2 weeks, no, it's about 6 weeks
Kind of like a
ago.
Dylan kind of thing?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
In
it.
fact, he won like a million Dylan contests and all
That's
that
that.
stuff.
I did his
Really?
last 2 records,
Oh.
yeah. Me and Arna went.
See, we only know each other like a week, so we're still
See,
learning.
but bro, we have CBGB stories already. Like this is what I'm
Oh, in fact,
aiming
my
for.
favorite leather jacket I ever had was stolen off the stage while I was playing in CBG.
Oh, what?
Of course it was.
Seriously, it was never in the dressing room. It was on the stage next to me. I turned around for a second.
Did it have a wide collar or a thin collar?
It was the typical wide collar jacket, but it had an incredibly cool custom buckle on it that I had made with the like turquoise and stuff in it.
Fuck yeah.
And I never see that.
Matched your base.
No,
Masturbate.
no, he didn't say masturbate.
He had a
He
turquoise.
said
base.
masturbate.
No, I know what he
Could have
said.
matched your base.
But I like that too.
We know you do. Alright, so what would you say your favorite local band is? Local meaning getting in. We are in a wide
Back in the day,
group.
Joey Miserable and the Worms.
That was a long time ago, though.
Yeah. These guys were
They
fucking
were amazing.
unreal.
What was
Like
your
a
favorite
soul
time to see
blues
him?
band, like
Yeah.
off the hook. Lower East Side, like real authentic,
Yeah.
like really
Actually,
great.
their trumpet player.
So-
The guy's still around.
the
though,
trumpet
okay.
player was the band leader.
What was the
for,
name?
James Brown for like 25 years.
I mean,
Wow.
obviously, Jim. But
And when he wasn't on the road, with him,
what
he
did you
was
say?
Same band. We used to go see him together.
Yeah, a million years ago.
Yep.
Joey Miserable and the Worms.
That's what I was looking
Yeah.
at. Joey Miserable and the Worms.
Yeah,
Fucking
incredible
Place
guitar
called
player.
Nightingales. It was the most entertaining
Oh,
band
yeah.
you ever fucking saw in your life.
Well,
It was like an
It was
event. You go.
unbelievable.
It was just so. It was
Yeah,
great.
three-piece
Yeah,
horn
it's
section, right? With the.
He turned me on to them.
Yeah.
what was your favorite place to see him at?
Nightingales.
Nightingales?
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. And
Does
there's
that
an
place
album.
still
There's a
exist?
piece of vinyl. No, probably not. But there's a vinyl out live at the Nightingales. And I
Is
have
it?
that album.
No
yeah.
fucking
I
way.
do.
Where's
You
the
would have loved it, man.
Nightingales?
The guy played
Lower,
old,
you said Lower East Side,
like
right?
so
56 Les Paul, like a gold top,
Yeah.
with the, you know,
So
with the
authentic.
soap bar pickups, and this guy was fucking great. He cried and sang, and he played like a beast. And then there was another guy.
Well, that's Brooklyn. He sang really good, and he played really good.
So you said,
Nah, he was great.
well, you said Lower East Side. Where at?
This is like, where was that?
yeah,
Nightingales.
yeah,
wasn't
Lower
it?
East Side.
It was like a scrappy
Like
Manhattan
Avenue
thing
A,
going on at that point.
Avenue,
right,
it was
Alphabet
like,
City.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
With all those like weird clubs, it was pretty
What
cool.
year?
84, right? 5, something like that.
yeah, something like that.
84.
Fuck
man.
yeah. So,
We were youngins.
what would you say your
Yeah.
favorite local band is? Like, thinking
I'm
small
gonna
scale.
Rory
give
Howard.
Chuck,
Yeah, yeah,
Chuck
Candy
Lambert
and
a
your
shout-
fucking-
a shout out, who plays Chicago blues.
there's a
That fucking
guy in
band
New
was
Jersey.
great.
Chuck Lambert?
Chuck Lambert.
Most entertaining.
He's
Chicago Blues, where's he out?
He's
He's in
out
Jersey.
of he's
Just
out of
going
Red
there
Bank,
was
New
so
Jersey.
entertaining.
He
I
plays
forget
the city all the time. He plays out.
You remember
Aaron,
the
what are you?
Whatever he
drummer
can.
was Milo Z that went on to. Oh, sorry.
Keith
Keith
Kenny, a shout out.
Kenny. Yes, Keith Kenny.
So
Unfortunately,
Keith
that's
Kenny
I'm
on
sorry.
acoustic guitar can play
Keith
Megadeth.
Kenny?
And it's
Keith
like
He's a solo
he,
acoustic guy. Blow your mind.
but he
Yes.
shreds.
Yeah. Got
He
anybody
did a
here?
tour opening up for Ween.
Alive or I mean, well, or dead.
Live or Dead
Local.
is Easel.
Local.
They're easy.
I mean, for me, it was the guy I studied with had a band called BB and the Stingers.
BB and the Stingers?
Yeah, and that was early '90s.
So what do you mean by study with?
I studied with the guitar player.
Are they on most of the, like...
You can find them on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay,
There's a
hell
couple,
yeah.
couple of clips.
BB
but
He's
and
pretty much your
Stingers?
mentor.
Oh,
Bernie.
yeah.
Wow.
What was
He's
the
like his
guy's name?
mentor.
His name was Bernie.
Bernie? Bernie what?
Brow Sweater.
Bernie Browse.
Brow sweat, that's great. I love it.
That's a very
Actually,
specific name.
Great.
Rod Paisley
Brow
now has his
sweater.
guitar in.
Sweating on your brow.
Oh,
Okay.
After he passed away. Yeah.
So, first album you can remember listening on repeat. Like,
Are you experienced?
which? What was it?
Are you experienced?
Audio Experience?
Are you experienced?
Audio Experience by
Are-
Audio Experience.
No, are you experienced?
Audio slave.
Audio. Okay.
First record.
Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd.
I don't know. Mine was honestly like, I had the cassette tape of Motown Greatest Hits,
65.
and I played that shit like constantly
Mr.
nonstop.
Moonlight.
That's
And had like Jackson 5 and like Aretha
Yeah, I mean,
Franklin and all
that's-
that.
well, the Space Jam soundtrack had
Mr.
R. Kelly and all
I just-
sorts of shit.
I just
so-
remember the cover was like neon green, no artwork, it just had the list of songs, and that was it.
Alright, so
Dark Side of the Moon.
Dark Side
But my
of the
dad was also big
big
Yes,
band
no,
fan. He was a big
yeah,
fan
that's-
of Glenn
Let it
Miller,
sing.
Dorsey Brothers. So I played all those albums to death as well. So I got a good round.
There's a reason
well-rounded
those things
experience.
got
He's got a
burned,
good.
like,
Yeah,
burned
good musical
over.
taste.
Yeah, like the record. Think about all the fucking Dark Side of the Moon copies that just fucking got ridden in from the fucking record needles.
Yeah.
Just
I don't know,
playing.
that shit fucking bored me. I don't know what it was with this.
So,
I know it
okay,
was great.
you're
and
a
everything,
drummer.
but
Obviously,
it's
it
just
bored
kinda
you.
like, I don't know,
Yeah,
it's like Stony music back then. You know, it just. It
we
was
can't
great.
all be Neil Peart.
I was into more heaviest shit back then. It was
Yeah.
too like. You know,
What do you mean by
Which
heavy?
is great. That was one of the loudest shows
I like-
I've
Well,
ever heard.
well, because
Right.
like
I like
in
people
me,
that shred their heads off. you know?
my definition of heavy is like dying fetus, cannibal corpse, necrophagus, like stuff that's like.
That's a
No, no, I don't mean metal heavy. I mean like I like people
That's why I
that,
ask heavy.
like sing and they rip their fucking lungs out.
Like,
That's what I like.
Well,
That's
dying
like where
fetus,
Aaron
necrophagus,
goes for
fucking
it. Like Mark
cannibal
Farner,
corpse.
guys like that. I listen to people that just
Edgar Winter.
Oh,
yeah,
Friday.
they just you know,
Yeah,
it's-
yeah.
there's nothing left. You
So
sing,
what would you say
Pink
the
Floyd's more
first-
of a, you know.
what's the first thing you can remember really burning out on like over and over and over and over and over? First album.
Railroad, second
Oh,
album,
yeah.
Red album,
I love
Okay.
Grand Funk.
Paranoid and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it had a skip in it. It kept on skipping.
Well, that's before you realize you
Beatles
could tighten
fucked
the weight on the.
But actually,
on
the
the
first
record
album I
player.
ever had was Beatles '65. That was the first album I really ever listened to
Yeah.
because it just happened
Beatles
to be there.
65? Yeah.
Was that before you were a musician? Or-
Yeah.
It was, yeah. Because my memory of that is the same thing. It was definitely before I was a musician. I remember as a little kid, I was homesick, and I was looking through my parents' record collection, and I pulled out, for some reason, Stevie Wonder Invasion.
Oh, that's great.
Oh.
Yeah, that one.
And
Yeah,
the thing
that's
is,
great.
That's
remember-
what. Yeah.
remember back then, it was
Oh,
vinyl, so you read lyrics. And I remember
Yeah.
just all day reading that over and over again. And I remember crying when I listened to the City,
Yeah.
living for the City.
That was great.
And then the next album I pulled out because I really just listened to those two albums all day long was Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Read all the
yeah.
lyrics, how brilliant every fucking word and
That's
every
Bernie
single
Taupin,
song
isn't it?
Bernie Taupin is.
Yeah.
And I learned more on that day. I remember by learning, all those lyrics and that's in both of those albums. Learned
That's
more
great
about
stuff,
that than
yeah.
probably ever learned in school, probably.
Then
There's like something about the first one that you really remember in the core of your fucking
Mhm.
like your gray matter, the stuff that sticks, like
Yeah.
that like really is
Yeah.
just like no, this helps me fucking
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah.
you know what, another band I forgot about, Queen. The first two Queen albums,
Mhm.
1 and 2.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah.
They're
Fucking
like-
every.
a lot of people really don't know those albums, but they're fucking masterpieces.
Well, like you
in my
find
opinion.
find the songs that you like popular shit from, and then go
And
listen
that's
to the
what
stuff
Barry
that people
felt.
haven't
Yeah.
heard.
That's right.
Listen to the dirty
Incredible.
parts of their
That
soul.
shit was fucking
Alright, so
badass.
what is song 1 of the fucking episode for today? What was the first song we heard of?
Walking on the edge of my dreams.
Walking on the Edge of My Dreams. Is that post-pandemic or pre-pandemic?
Actually, the music goes back a ways from an old rehearsal, jamming on some riffs at rehearsal with John Hummel, our drummer back home, and
When would
that's
you
gotta
say
be
you assembled it
6
to
or
what
7
it
years
is?
ago.
Oh, this year.
Yeah, it was this year. Yeah.
Is there any like big influences that you feel like you brought to it from like any of the flavors of the other artists that you are inspired by?
Definitely. I mean, I to me that feels more like a Jimmy Page thing for me. That tune, you know, that's
For
kind
me-
of what I was going for.
Vocally, it was like a Etta James vibe.
Yeah.
That's what
Somebody
I
actually
was going
shouted
for.
that out to you last night when you were doing that. I'm trying to think
Where were y'all at last night?
Well, we played the Balcony Club, and then we went to
Where
Nate's
was the Balcony Club?
That's in
Dallas.
Okay, so at least y'all learned the fucking DFM.
Played for free.
I honestly thought y'all were coming in from
Yeah,
like
played for
Alabama or like
No,
at least
No,
y'all
we were in
learned
Memphis.
That was the
the
night
We were in Memphis the night
Well,
before.
There
we're
we
in
go.
Memphis
That-
the night before.
fucking long haul. So we heard "Walking on the Edge of My Dreams," correct?
Yeah.
What is song 2 that we're about to hear?
Some too.
Better As I Go.
Better as I go.
"Better as I Go." So
That's a brand new one. That was at rehearsal. Lex or
Bass player Lex. He just
came
was
up with
like,
a riff. and it was
he
just
didn't
like-
even come up with it. He was just noodling around, and Matt
Yeah.
goes, "What's that?"
Wait, stop that. Play it again. And I was like, hold on, get the recorder out. Play it again. Hummel played something, and then that was it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I had
just
I had it
evolved
done by
from
the
there.
next week.
So this is a good follow-up question before we go into Better As I Go. So do you prefer to do studio writing or do you prefer to do in-room writing? Meaning, would you rather have, as a drummer, would you rather have your guitarist track out the shit with a fucking interface, it's like with a click track, or would you rather you sit there and come up with the riff and perfect it, looping it over and over in the room? What are you, somebody who prefers to be in the room with your musicians, or would you rather jam it out and write it alone?
I mean, I guess not. I mean, especially with the pandemic, it kind of forced us all to be more separate from each other. But I'd much rather be in a room with it.
Yeah, live.
And
working it out.
just sussing it out together.
I mean, I don't like to limit myself. If I'm alone and I come up with something, then
Sure.
that is what it is. But if we're in a room together,
To
then
hear the feedback
just
too
goes
as songs are evolving, you know, that what works and what
Some of
doesn't.
the greatest recordings are done live, man.
Yeah,
The greatest
it is.
recordings back in the 60s, 70s.
Warts and
a lot
all,
of them were done live.
yeah, we gotta.
Well, that's where the true nature of the podcast comes from. Is like the fuck ups are what we're trying to capture. There's nothing better than whenever like yet again going back to the Get Back fucking Beatles documentary. Nothing's better than watching fucking your legends fuck up.
Yeah.
Like it's
They're
so
human.
cool
It
to
just
see
shows that they're
it's
human,
to see
you know?
the true nature of music, which is us creating shit. So you are about to hear Better As I Go.
Better as I go.
So Better As I Go. You're still with Matter the Matter Reband, or is y'all calling it anything else?
No, it's still better.
So Better As I Go, the Matter Reband. We will be right back.
I'm getting older now. I can see the line. And all those young ones around, there must be a sign. There was a day I dreamt that I've been something too. Totally, I feel like I'm just running out of time. You wanna know? You wanna know? You wanna know? Better as I go, oh, better every day. You know, just yesterday I could turn an eye. Having a great old time, nothing on my mind. Why don't you come around? I'm making past 9. We'll have a drink or two, make it real full time. You wanna know? You wanna know? You wanna know? Yes. Better
Welcome back to
Shitting
Audio
out
Carnage
Outcast.
Podcast. You just heard Better As I Go?
Yeah.
So, what would
was
you say
fun.
your dream venue would be?
Madison Square Garden.
That is one of the two that are not allowed on this podcast because
Wow.
that and Red Rocks.
And I was
are
gonna say
answered
Red-
all the
I
fucking
was
time.
going to say Red
Everybody-
Rocks for the second
Everybody
one. I mean,
says
I would-
Red Rocks and Madison
PNC Art
Square.
Center.
Yeah, like a LA Forum would be great.
Which ones?
PNC Art
There's a
Center.
place called the
Okay,
PNC.
It's where we in the town where we live.
It's the town where I grew up.
Okay.
Matt actually had a.
It's
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Where
He was
so
supposed to open
so
up.
that's in Jersey?
Home Dome,
yeah,
New Jersey.
17,000.
He
That's
was
fucking
supposed to open up for BB King,
where?
and a horrendous
Oh, no, I
storm
thought it was
came
Wembley.
in
And
and
canceled
it canceled the
Stadium,
fucking show.
stadium.
It was awful.
Carnegie Hall.
Yeah.
So
That was
you know,
my
you're,
early
you're my
90s.
biggest flex when
Play
we're
Radio
like,
City.
oh yeah, this
Oh,
is
yeah,
the
yeah,
guy
that's
that I was able to get on my podcast season one.
It does sound like great now. The acoustics are not that great.
Okay.
Beacon sounds good.
So come on, guys. Venue that you would like to play. Can't do Red Rocks. Can't do Madison.
Giant Stadium.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know. I mean,
They were the absolute two that I had in mind.
I played the Garden, so I don't know.
You played the Garden.
Actually, God,
They
that was,
played all over the world, so.
look, your number one dream when you're a
Garden
kid
for
Yeah.
Rory
If you're a
Gallagher.
musician,
Dream venue
is to
can't
play
be
Madison Square Garden.
can't be Madison or it
No,
can't be
that's the
fucking
bottom
Red
line.
Rocks. Like,
Okay.
what is the one that you want to play that you haven't played and it's not
Wembley
Madison
Stadium.
or Red
I
Rocks?
don't know.
Wembley? That'd be
Wembley
good.
would be great.
Wembley
That's a
would be
good one.
awesome. That's 120,000 people
Hyde
probably.
Park would be great too.
Bro,
I'm trying to
But
think
which
what's
would be
that
better?
other big,
House of Blues,
Where's
Dallas,
Central Park.
or semi-pack,
Central Park.
or Wembley,
Yeah.
one person. Which would be better?
Some of the smaller places, believe it or not, are actually better than
Sure.
the bigger venues.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why my
they're-
first choice would have been the Beacon Theater because I.
Ah, yeah,
I love the Beacon.
Also,
Yeah, Beacon's
also
great.
this
Yeah.
could be alive or dead. This question can also be like
Radio City Hall.
doesn't exist
Well, I
anymore.
prefer to
That
play
sounds
it
not that
alive.
great. They played that.
You know?
Well, you know
That
what?
was a
Not
weird
all
show.
of us are
Did 3
necrophiliacs.
nights in a row there, actually.
But I mean, like alive or dead venues. You know,
Oh,
I played
like
in,
CBGB's doesn't
I played
exist
in
anymore.
Sullivan.
We can't all play there.
Yeah,
I've had
I
people
did too,
literally say that
The little,
they
it's a
used to-
little.
Oh,
great
I see what you
stage.
mean.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, then I
Yeah.
would still say the
I did a
Beacon Theater.
telethon there when I was a
Why
kid.
not?
The big
I did.
It's a great sound.
I was like-
room.
I was
That's a
singing
cool
with
It's
place.
the
so big that you know you
Smashing
have no
Pumpkins.
contact with the people,
And
and
the whole
that's what
time I
would
was
think.
like, oh my god, the Beatles played here.
That's the thing I did on it was on TV, right? The one
Yeah.
you did on the show. That's great. You know, it's a really great place to play, the Greek Theater in LA. That was one of my
Yeah,
favorite
I've heard
places.
good things about that.
Great place,
Just like
man.
I've heard good things about the concert goer experience on that. I've
That's
never
a great
like
venue.
I've never got to talk to somebody who's played there before.
I mean,
until
a
now.
lot of the arenas are all the same.
What's I just went blank. What's that place that like Elton John played when he first came over in LA on the Strip? Troubadour? No,
Troubadour,
yeah,
Whiskey,
Troubadour.
Go.
Yeah, that would have been a place that I would have. Yeah.
Whiskey a Go-Go.
So
There's
if you
there's
could
another
open up for
genre in there.
any band at all, live or dead, let's say Led Zeppelin, Def Leppard, all the classics are off the table. Like, let's go something new. Well,
I like this
New.
approach.
I didn't say something new. I don't mean something new, but obviously if you could open up for Led Zeppelin, you'd open up for Led Zeppelin.
No.
I'll just say
No,
Robert
you get your
Plant.
ass kicked by Peter Grant.
Yeah, you would.
You can try.
It happened to Grand Funk. They threw him off the tour, you know that?
Yeah.
But well, if you could operate
Still
or
kicking
open
ass,
up for
so
a band
fucking
that is
like
currently
that.
touring
Back in
now,
the early
what's
days.
somebody you'd want to
Robert
jump?
Plant.
I mean, fair enough. Fucking. So here's the whole.
I'm going to see
here's
him
the
next
loop.
month.
That's you. Loophole.
Did you ever see the picture of Robert Plant with his cock out? Anybody ever see that?
No,
Yes.
Never saw that.
Yes.
Of course you saw it.
I still have blood running through my
Oh,
body.
yeah. Got a nice fat cock.
Are you looking it up? Robert Plant's
Are you gonna show it to them now?
I don't need to be scarred with
It's
this
going
shit.
worse.
Oh, no, he's got it now.
Bobby Plant's shots.
He did it as a goof. He, like, dropped his pants. Great.
Alright, here you go. Image search.
Oh, I mean, I've seen it.
She has a poster, actually, in her
It's
room.
not like out of his pants.
She does
Is it this? No. Where'd it go? I don't know.
No, they were like
It's not showing.
They were like outside in a field or something somewhere, and he just dropped his drawers.
All right. So, what would you say your favorite musical is?
Musical.
Musical? Interesting.
Hello, Dolly. That's
Swing.
Hair.
Mine's
Memphis
Sweeney
is a
Todd.
good one, but
I
then
have to say
Memphis
West Side
is like
Story,
David's
I
connection.
Ah, yeah,
Yeah,
good choice.
Hair.
You know?
Okay.
It's a shout out to Memphis with David Bryan.
All right. So, any family members who played instruments?
My dad.
My grandfather.
My mom, I'm both my mom and dad.
Fucking rapid fire here.
My brothers.
Yeah,
brother.
one of my brothers. Yeah.
I know my family sings too.
What is the first instrument you played?
I guess it was bass actually. Yeah. But I actually didn't play bass on a bass. I played it on a nylon string guitar because that's all that was in the house. But
Okay.
I played it as a bass.
Okay, that's dope. You learned
my
bass
fault.
lines.
Actually had a washboard out in the backyard.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. Like, was it actually meant to be a washboard, or was it meant to be an
Those
instrument?
things with
Yeah,
You got a
yeah.
little
Well,
skip- you got a
like,
little
was it
skipper
actually
band
washing
going.
shit,
bucket,
or
it was
was
like
it
a bucket
actually
with a- with a-
like what?
With a
Like-
fucking mop pole. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
one of those.
I know
A real
people who
washboard.
had washboards. I've never known anybody who had to wash the laundry on a washboard and played the same
Right,
instrument.
the hole in the monster.
Big in the 50s for
It's like, hold on, I
for
just
when,
finished
you
fucking
know, the mid-50s.
my soaps. What is your favorite of this band's songs to perform?
Hmm.
Personal favorite of this band. I know that this band is like 2 days old.
1 week.
No, come on, it's a week.
1 week.
Yeah, come on.
You pedophile taking advantage of it. I'm kidding. Let's not. Cut.
Yeah, maybe better as I go.
Better as I go.
Maybe, yeah.
I like
Mine
Tour Up.
changes in
Tour
the
Up
day.
just
Tour Up.
lately, it's just got a great vibe about it. The whole everything in the whole new album, which
Yeah,
it's
you
all
only
right.
heard a couple of tracks of it today,
That's
and
a good
most people
record.
playing out have only heard 3 or 4 tracks. The whole 11 tracks are just balls to the walls, rock and roll. It's
Is that
Rob's
available everywhere?
Not
No, I
yet.
never watched
Not
two
yet.
videos. We haven't
When-
played it
do we
yet.
know what
It
date?
has not
I
been
don't have a
released
date.
yet, so it's still.
I mean, that's fine.
Still
It's
being
okay.
mixed.
Available on
'Cause
Just
that means
Dial
that we can
Records.
wait and coordinate this shit.
Couple months.
That's about what we're looking at.
Yeah, hopefully, before
So we have
Christmas.
Better As I Go. You've said most of the things off the new ones. What about y'all? Y'all are clearly working musicians who joined in with the band.
Dial up.
What would you say is your favorite of the ones that we've been fucking with? What's your favorite one to play?
What do you mean? The ones we just did?
Yeah. Not out of what we did. Out of what
Well, there's
the
two
band.
categories really, because like they kind of joined forces, so
Yeah.
the music's a little different now. It's more bluesier and you
Yeah.
know. But Matt's like what was the song Saints and Sinners was the
Oh
song.
yeah, he did that on the
got
first
me,
episode.
and I was like, wow,
Or the
this
first
shit.
time.
That's what really got me.
Yeah,
about
Saints
it.
and the Sinners, a good song.
Very impressive. The John Hummel drummer.
I gotta say, I think Black Boots is my favorite though.
I
Boots
mean,
is
it's,
so
it's
good.
like Black Boots. I remember going to the bitter end when that first came out, sliding literally in the old tour bus, sliding on a milk crate because there was no seats in there.
I remember that.
Taking a turn and
Hallelujah, You're Gone was one of my favorite ones until you fucking made the joke.
But worth the live.
Yeah,
You
thanks
know,
for that.
I think worth the live is just
It's
one of
okay,
those
Saints and
epic
the Sinners.
songs.
It's meant to be for my
The Live-
exes,
the
not
Live
for
in,
that.
Stone Pony album
Yeah, that's good too.
with John
Oh my God.
Gimpy's
Still-
just take
Still
your
gets
breath
me right
away.
here. Like a good
Keyboard
guttural.
solo is just
Badass.
What song is
badass.
that?
Worth the live.
Yeah.
Any other honorable mentions?
Yeah, without a doubt. I think out
That's
of the two
those-
new ones, I really love playing Through Time a lot, and I like the one of the other ones that we did. But the one song we haven't even ever played yet together is Without You. I
Yeah.
remember without a doubt.
Oh
getting
yeah, y'all played that
chills,
one.
Yeah.
That was the other.
that's-
That was the
the
fourth
other
song.
one?
Yeah, that was
okay.
the fourth song. Yeah. With that, I'm not gonna even try to remember singing,
That's the
but
t-
I remember editing
That's
that
the
fucking.
t-shirt
I remember
you
your
have in the
voice.
van for that kid.
Yes.
Yes, that is a fun song. All right, so we are now on to song 3. What was the third song we heard for the night?
Tore up from the
Tore
floor.
up from the floor up.
Tore down from the floor round. So tore up from the floor up. So guys, anything that y'all would like to add about this song? What was the inspiration?
It was,
Our service members.
yeah, absolutely, our military. Yeah, my whole family's military, for the most part. And I wanted to write something that wasn't so obvious. A lot of patriotic songs out there, which are all great, but kind of wanted to be like, the average person wouldn't know what it was about.
A little more subtle.
Yes, But if you're in the military, like an operator, special forces, you'd be like, wait a minute, I think this guy's talking about us.
Okay, yeah.
And that was the premise of the idea. So there's a lot of military terms that are in it that
I'm trying to remember who's the sergeant that gave you some pointers with some lingo.
A good friend of
Brother.
ours, my brother, was in the Marine Corps, and a good friend of our staff, Sergeant Kenny, he was in Iraq.
So you're about to hear Tore Up from the Floor Up. We are still with Matt O'Ree Band. We will be right back.
Down, 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 baby, down, down.
Audio Carnage podcast. You just heard Tore Up from the Floor Up. We're still with Matt O'Reband. So, guys, how did y'all actually meet up with Matt, and when did you originally start working with him?
I met Matt in early 90s.
Yeah, a long time.
So have you been the tour manager for the first ones?
I mean, I acquired that title over helping out over the years.
So how did you meet? When did you start drumming for Matt? I know.
What was it, like 3.5 years ago?
Yeah, 4 years ago.
Yeah. Mutual friend of ours, John Ginty. I was playing with him in a band, and Matt was looking for a drummer to fill in for his main guy, John Hummel.
Yeah.
What was the band that you were playing with?
The Bennett Brothers.
The Bennett Brothers?
Yes.
Yeah. John Ginty's currently playing with the Allman Betts band.
He was, but they pulled the plug, I guess. But
Yeah, John kind of.
He's a phenomenal keyboard player.
I guess John kind of thought that I would fit in with Matt. So, I guess the type of drumming that I, bring to the table, and as soon as I heard his music, I was like, right
works.
in there. I thought so.
hit it off, and then we
you guys
was
are
there
great. I have a
a
great time
specific
playing.
show that y'all met at?
No, we actually Matt
yeah.
called me. Aaron, you texted me, right? And we spoke, and
Yeah.
I came down and we hit it off.
I think the first time I saw you was at a Jamian show.
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah.
All right, you were doing something with the equipment.
Same
right?
thing.
What was the first show y'all played together? Like as this collective?
Oh,
At Tiki Bar.
Ohio. No,
Yeah,
this group,
Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah, dope.
Yeah, our first show was Ohio. Hey, so we needed a bass player for the tour, and
Carmine.
Carmine called Rob. and-
Recommended Rob, and here we are.
They couldn't find anybody else, so
They needed somebody
thought
specifically
that-
tasteful.
Well, it was going to be a week long.
Come on.
And they felt really short, yeah.
had a wedding.
Come on, you're Italian. Sell it.
Yeah. No, Carmine and I played together forever, basically, on and off. But then we actually had a long break where we really didn't see each other for a really long time. But yeah, it's awesome.
We're
actually.
back now.
Yeah, we're back.
So, what would you say the best gig that you've ever played was? I'm pretty sure I know your answer just because I'm pretty sure you told me on the last episode, the Bon Jovi gig.
Oh yeah.
But what would you say that, like, going around the opposite direction? What would you say the best performance that you think that you've ever gotten
With
to
these
do?
guys?
No, just in general, just like
Oh,
your best on stage show that you ever got to do.
Actually, it was a totally different genre. Probably it was probably at the 55 bar in this group that I played on an album a long time ago. It's like a jazz fusion thing. I just remember it being one of those nights where it was just like so elevated. It was crazy, and what's the name of that group? It's driving me nuts. I can't actually think of the name of the group right now, but I remember it was the 55 bar, which just announced it's
It's a great
closing.
place.
It's a great
Yeah,
venue.
serious?
Yeah.
Just
Christmas
two
show.
days
no,
ago.
Yeah, New York.
After
Right,
all
Christmas
these years, it's closing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really a sad thing, actually. But
That
yeah.
sucks, man.
Great
So many
place.
great
What
people.
area in the New York City?
Yeah, sorry, lower
Oh.
Manhattan, yeah.
Only reason I asked that specific is because I've never been out in that area, so
Yep.
like
Yeah, yeah.
I've heard
It's a
terms
tiny
like
little
Lower
down-
East Side, Lower Manhattan, and all that thing saying,
Yeah.
but I've never got the opportunity to go out there. And I'm yet again, as y'all are witnessing with Texas, you drive across Texas 13 hours, you're still in
You're still
Texas.
in that
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah, we're
it's-
doing that tomorrow morning.
Gangs of New York.
This is Audio Carnage Podcast, Matt O'Reband. This has been fucking wonderful. Hey Matt, no.
All right.
Thank